Your dog can't stop scratching, and you're convinced it's fleas, right? What if I told you the answer is usually much more complicated and often it's not what you think at all? If you've got a dog that's constantly scratching, licking, or chewing, you know how frustrating and heartbreaking it can be. You've probably already checked for fleas, maybe changed their food, or even tried some over-the-counter creams. But if the itching just won't go away or keeps coming back, then this video is for you. We're going to dive deep into the real reasons behind your dog's relentless itching, pulling back the curtain on common misconceptions, and giving you the knowledge you need to finally help your furry friend find relief. By the end of this, you'll understand why that itch is happening and what steps you truly need to take. I've seen countless dogs come into my clinic, little paws red and raw, ears inflamed, and their owners at their wits' end. Almost every single time, the first thing they say is, "Doc, I've checked for fleas, I swear there are none, but Sparky just won't stop itching." And they're usually right about the fleas. While fleas are definitely a huge cause of itching, they're often just the tip of the iceberg, or sometimes not even present at all. It's like trying to fix a leaky roof by only patching the shingles when the entire foundation is crumbling. When we talk about a dog's itch, we're really talking about a complex puzzle, and solving it requires a bit of detective work. Let's start with the big one, the real silent culprit lurking in the background for so many itchy dogs: allergies. Now, when you hear allergies, you might think of humans sneezing or getting hives from pollen. Dogs get allergies too, but theirs usually show up on their skin. We call this atopic dermatitis. Imagine having an invisible itch all over your body that just won't go away. That's what many allergic dogs experience. These aren't just a mild annoyance. They can severely impact a dog's quality of life. There are a few main types of allergies in dogs. First up, we have environmental allergies. Just like us, dogs can be allergic to things in their surroundings. Pollen from trees, grasses, or weeds, dust mites living in our homes, or even mold. These allergies often pop up seasonally, meaning your dog might be super itchy in spring and fall, but then they get some relief in winter. Or if it's dust mites, they might be itchy all year round because those little critters live everywhere indoors. The signs aren't always just scratching. You might see your dog constantly licking their paws, rubbing their face on the carpet, getting recurring ear infections, or even developing red, inflamed skin, especially in their armpits, groin, and between their toes. It's their body's way of saying, "Hey, something's bothering me." Then there are food allergies. This one often surprises people because they think if their dog has been eating the same food for years, it can't be an allergy. But dogs can develop allergies to certain proteins in their diet over time, even if they've eaten them for their whole life without a problem. Common culprits include chicken, beef, dairy, wheat, and soy. Food allergies can cause itching all over the body, but they can also lead to chronic ear infections, anal gland problems, and even digestive issues like vomiting or diarrhea. It's tricky because the symptoms can look a lot like environmental allergies, making it hard to figure out without some professional help. The gold standard for diagnosing food allergies is an elimination diet, which means putting your dog on a special, novel protein or hydrolyzed protein diet for several weeks to see if the symptoms clear up. It requires a lot of patience, but it's often the most accurate way to pinpoint a food allergen. Beyond environmental and food, there are also contact allergies, though these are less common. These happen when your dog's skin directly touches something they're allergic to, like certain plants, chemicals in shampoos, or even fabrics. For example, a dog might develop a rash on their belly if they lie on a rug that's been cleaned with a certain chemical. Now let's talk about infections. Often, when a dog is scratching due to allergies, they break the skin, creating tiny openings. These little breaks are like open doors for bacteria and yeast, which are always present on a dog's skin, to rush in and cause a secondary infection. So the original problem might be allergies, but the reason for the intense, uncomfortable itch and skin issues could be these opportunistic invaders. Bacterial infections, often caused by Staphylococcus bacteria, can lead to red bumps, pustules like little pimples, scabs, and hair loss. The skin can become very sore and painful. Yeast infections, particularly caused by Malassezia, give off a distinct sweet, corn chip or yeasty smell. The skin might look greasy, thick, and discolored, often brownish red. Both bacterial and yeast infections thrive in warm, moist environments, which is why you often see them in skin folds, between toes, and in ears. These secondary infections make the itching far worse than the allergies alone, creating a vicious cycle. Allergies cause itching, scratching causes infection, infection causes more itching, and so on. It's a spiraling problem that needs to be broken by treating both the underlying allergy and the resulting infection. Another group of hidden culprits are parasites, and I'm not just talking about fleas, though those are still important to rule out. Beyond the common flea, there are mites. Sarcoptic mange, also known as scabies, is incredibly itchy and highly contagious. These tiny mites burrow into the skin, causing intense itching, redness, hair loss, and scabs, especially around the ears, elbows, and hocks. It's often so itchy that dogs will scratch themselves raw. Demodectic mange, on the other hand, usually isn't itchy unless there's a secondary bacterial infection. These mites live in hair follicles and are often found in young dogs or those with weakened immune systems, causing patchy hair loss. And don't forget ear mites, which cause intense itching in the ears and a dark, waxy discharge. While less common for generalized itching, lice can also infest dogs, causing irritation and an unkempt coat. Sometimes the itching isn't even purely a physical problem. It can be behavioral or psychological. Just like people can fidget or develop nervous habits when they're stressed, dogs can excessively lick, chew, or scratch as a coping mechanism. This is more common in anxious, bored, or stressed dogs. I've seen dogs lick their paws raw or chew at their flanks until they develop large, open sores, even when there's no underlying allergy or infection. These are often called lick granulomas or acral lick dermatitis. If a dog is left alone for long periods, doesn't get enough exercise or mental stimulation, or is dealing with significant life changes like a new baby, moving, or losing a companion animal, they might channel that stress into repetitive behaviors. Ruling out all medical causes is the first step, and then we have to consider their emotional well-being. This might involve increasing enrichment, training, calming supplements, or even anti-anxiety medication in severe cases, sometimes with the help of a veterinary behaviorist. It's about treating the dog's mind as much as their skin. And finally, sometimes itching can be a symptom of other, less obvious medical conditions. For example, hypothyroidism, a condition where the thyroid gland doesn't produce enough hormones, can lead to dry, flaky skin, hair loss, and a dull coat, which can make a dog feel itchy and uncomfortable. In rare cases, even internal pain or discomfort can manifest as excessive licking over a particular area, almost as if the dog is trying to soothe themselves. So, when your dog is scratching, it really opens up a whole world of possibilities beyond just the obvious. So, how do we solve this complex puzzle? The key, my friends, is working with your veterinarian. Think of them as the lead detective in this skin mystery. When you come in with an itchy dog, we don't just guess. We follow a systematic approach. First, we rule out the most common and easily treatable things like fleas. Then we might do skin scrapes, cytology, looking at cells from the skin under a microscope, or fungal cultures to check for mites, bacteria, or yeast. If these tests come back negative, or if treatments for them only offer temporary relief, then we start digging deeper into allergies. This might involve blood tests for environmental allergies, or more importantly, the strict elimination diet for food allergies. Sometimes we might try medications to reduce inflammation and itching while we're trying to figure out the underlying cause. It's a journey, not a sprint. It takes patience, careful observation on your part, and consistent follow-through with the vet's recommendations. There's no magic bullet, and anyone who tells you there is likely mistaken. The aha moment for many owners is realizing that their dog's constant scratching isn't just one thing. It's often a combination. An underlying allergy that makes their skin vulnerable, leading to a secondary bacterial or yeast infection, all exacerbated by stress or even environmental factors. It's like a domino effect. Address one domino, and another one might still be standing, so you have to tackle them all to get lasting relief. And let me tell you, there's nothing more rewarding than seeing a dog finally stop scratching, relax, and start enjoying life again. It's a transformation that brings immense joy to both the dog and their devoted owner. Your dog relies on you to be their voice and their advocate, to help them communicate when something is wrong. By understanding the true complexity of their itching, you're already one step closer to giving them the comfort they deserve. In summary, if your dog is scratching, licking, or chewing excessively, it's rarely as simple as you think. While fleas are a possibility, more often than not, you're dealing with allergies, environmental, food, or contact, which can then open the door to uncomfortable secondary bacterial or yeast infections. Don't forget the microscopic world of mites and other parasites, and remember that sometimes behavioral issues rooted in anxiety or boredom can also manifest as relentless itching. The journey to an itch-free life for your dog starts with a comprehensive visit to your veterinarian. Don't wait until the problem becomes severe, because early intervention can make all the difference in preventing chronic skin damage and discomfort. If you want to learn more about how to keep your dog healthy and happy, click on this video right here.